because Mass is our one Tau man out, so we would like him with us.
Could I please get someone as Charlie squad lead?
Okay, that is time. Sort everything else out in the side chat. Pierce, you have 1 minute.
All right. Well, I'm broadly happy with my teams. Although it would be nice to have Sphere as 2 platoon leader, and then when that's been taken. Yeah, no, I'm happy with the teams.
Strong, good effort. Okay. Fred, are you guys all sorted? Just a yes or no?
No, I don't have a Charlie squad lead.
Larry, hope you keep enjoying everything.
Charlie squad lead.
Hope you're staying safe on COVID-19. I hope you get a kick out this Friday night.
So we can push through and start the event.
Excellent time to learn, guys.
Yeah, anyone can do it. They just need to jump in that slot.
I will give you cupcakes if you do. Please do.
A question: is the UH-1H for the BLUFOR team unarmed?
Boston?
If I remember correctly, it's armed.
Oh, it's armed?
It is unarmed.
Oh, unarmed, okay. All good.
Okay, thank you, Maniz. Let's push through to our first briefing.
What is a Hummer?
It's a Humvee.
I think that's meant to be a
well, if I generally call it a commentator POV. I used to call him spectator, but spectate means we just watch. Commentator means we actually, you know, comment and make predictions on how things are going.
Here in Scotland, they don't speak freedom, so...
Yeah, I got the special H3 in this one, so don't worry about it.
Whilst waiting for the mission file, just so everyone knows, there is a Minecraft server currently up, running Enigmatica 2, and the East India Trading Company needs you.
Hey,
no.
Manufacture tea.
Because I would really love to
Break, you loud people. Let's keep it down. I've already plugged your team once tonight. Stop trying to... Right.
No recruiting your band.
Another quick announcement for you as well. There has been some additions to the staff team. 2 individuals who really stood out as
they added Nemesis to staff.
Join us, who have been putting in a lot of effort to help run.
Good for him.
Bring things into the event to help us run it better, and altogether great additions to the team. So well done to Drake and Nemesis, and welcome to the staff team.
I object.
I object. Heresy.
I accept.
Okay. Boston, what is our briefing?
Alright, this is a attack defend in the middle of a very, very wide forest. One of the objectives is a cache, the other one is a partially destroy, or no, it's a damaged mobile artillery piece that you need to destroy. Other than that, you've got unarmed helicopters, everything else was in the brief, pretty simple.
Pog.
Alright, I'm going to jump up to my Casting Couch channel for this event. So, it's really great to see FNF now, for the EU branch, they have their own EU server, so hopefully all of the desync issues that we have seen are a thing of the past. Though, admittedly, they got everything calibrated last week and it was working fine, so... How you doing, Barb?
Well, very much like you the other day. I just played a TSB op, and it was hell. So I went during the break between that and this, grabbed a very strong drink, and tried to drown myself in that as quick as possible.
Yeah, that sounds about right. I've got a big bottle of mead myself chilled in my fridge, and I'm ready to drink every time we see something silly happen. I was just mentioning how FNF has the new EU server, and hopefully everything will be a-okay.
Now, on the going back to the topic of drinking,
for the
for
the dollar wolf,
bingo
the
sheet,
wolf dollar.
From what I've heard, created by our.
Here's the deal. Here's the deal. I'd love to do it, but you can't stream stuff like that on TSB. Excuse me, on TSB on Twitch, because it's considered self-harm for drinking games, according to their TOS. Yeah. So unfortunately, we can't directly reference the bingo sheet, but we can still drink every time something stupid happens. Anyway,
as we push in,
mission has started. We've got a dark lit area today. Not too dark, but it's visible. It's in the middle of a snowstorm from the looks of it. BLUFOR appear to be US based from the looks of things. I'm assuming OPFOR is going to be Russian. The mission is called It's Beginning to Look Like a Bloodbath. That's cute.
It's beginning to look a lot like a bloodbath.
And the server's starting to initiate, noticing a little bit of desync already. That's never a good sign, but...
Things will smooth out. I have faith in the new server. I will say, it is neat giving them, just like with RHS stuff, there's no exactly, ooh, and there goes the disconnects.
Server's already going Detroit Become Human.
Yeah. But yeah, with RHS, there's no real winter camo, so Boston, the mission maker for this, kind of settled by giving everyone UCP. Actually, yeah, this is UCP Tiger Stripe, the weird fucking early 2000s camo, and I think it looks all right. Along with
this mission's cursed.
I mean,
the guns are 5.56. The auto riflemen have 249s. The heavy gunners have 240s. This is OPFOR, by the way. Their mat weapon, though, is an RPG-32. Yeah, they got the Czechian 5.56 bullpup rifles as their main.
The VZ.
So it's pretty much a mirror match for the weaponry here. It's like server is slowly recovering here. Just had to kick a few people off.
I'm seeing a lot of Red 4 moving around as normal.
Yeah, I think we're good now.
Have you seen Red 4's air transport?
Yeah, the MD500. It's basically the little bird with only like 2 or 3 seats. 4 seats.
Yes, little civilian little bird.
Lovely.
And they also have Humvees, but theirs are black. And they have the Gaz Tigers as well.
Oh, this lighting's gonna suck.
So it looks like Red 4 here is defending the crash site of a Tu-4 prop-heavy bomber. Crashed down. We have some nice dirt mounds marking the path of destruction from the crash, which I think could be interesting to use as a, if it comes to it, if there's fighting in here. Those might be useful as like a nice little trench. We'll see what comes of it. But yeah, we have one cache. Actually, no, it's not a cache. It's a 2S25.
Yep, that was the damaged piece they were talking about for artillery. I think there's only 2 cache sites here.
Yes, there should only be 2.
Okay.
That's what I saw.
So I was getting confused because if you look on the map, you've got a gray building to the south. I thought that was like another like cache area, but no, it's just 2 specific spots.
I think that's Boston pushing down a marker on map to mark the construction site there. But go ahead, sir.
Yeah, you're right. It's because it's that same gray color. He was trying to mimic the gray if you look in the northern one of the big shed areas, but he made it a little too big, so it kind of caught my eyes off. But yeah, we got an artillery piece buried in the back, partially damaged for balancing reasons. And then you got the other cache, which is fairly well lit up here. I do like the internal setup here with that cache, but the fear is someone with an AT can just fire it up there and get rid of it. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, that's what was that? Yeah, what I was thinking with the MAT or Mac Gunners. Something they could do is take down the entire building, and Arma would do its thing and take out that 2S25 for sure.
Hey, BLUFOR have for their primary rifle, they're rocking the scars.
Are they?
Yeah, we're
M4s.
Yeah, you see M4s. Those are the Grenadiers. With the 203s, but the primary rifle, it's 20 round 7.62 NATO.
All right, so that's interesting. A bit more of a curveball, or not logistical stuff.
Well, Boston likes to always switch the weapons up, and he gets into some of the more exotics, which is fine. It's just, I know for people like in Scandi Recon, they'll definitely read pretty hard about stuff like that.
Yeah. The thing with the 7.62 versus the 5.56 is obviously it is a bigger bullet, but I don't think it travels quite as fast, so it doesn't defeat armor quite as well. But if it hits the limbs, hits the head, it's going to do
more damage per shot.
Absolutely.
Instead of medium wounds, you're more likely to get large wounds, which can be a bit of pain in the ass, but otherwise, what's interesting is the machine guns are mirrored here between 249s and PK, excuse me, not 24, PKBs, 240 Bravos, so 5.56 and 7.62. Helicopter is armed, actually.
Red 4 also has 249s, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's what I was saying. It's mirror matched. BLUFOR and OPFOR have 249s and 240s. There was some contradicting data for the helicopter. It is in fact armed with 240 Bravos, so 762.
Yeah, that's gonna be. We'll see what they're able to do. Recently, it's been kind of a coin flip with in terms of helicopters. I've seen some very good uses of heliborne forces for pestering and suppression, and then I've seen them just crash into the fucking ground. So we'll see what happens today.
Well, what we got to note about OPFOR is, by the way, the camo patterns for both of the Humvees. OPFOR has green ones, BLUFOR has tan ones, but it's a little tough to tell in the lighting. You know, OPFOR has, oh no, so it looks like their statics are actually sit down 50 cals with shield, so those will have to be positioned very specifically in order to do anything, but the 4 M2 Humvees can easily be used as AA, or AAA in that case. Also, I find this funny. We have some craters to the TU-95, as you mentioned, but in the middle of the craters, the trees are still up. There's a module you can use to knock the trees down. If you put the module at a certain angle, it'll knock down the tree in that angle. So I find that kind of funny that the tree's there. That, or, I mean, this crash site must be very, very old, which would make sense because of how rusted it is.
And to be fair, these are finished trees, so they could probably withstand a Russian bomber.
Right. My mistake.
Yeah, we have some nice fortifications. Looking around, we have some earthen ramparts, some bigger bunkers. And these are actually nice snowy textures as well. I haven't seen these utilized very often, so good attention to detail from Boston, working on that immersion, as well as the various snowmen dotted around the AO.
Yeah. Do you want to focus on the northeastern or the southwestern AO first in terms of critiquing and how the defenders could utilize it to the best of their ability?
Let's do the southwestern first, since we've already touched on the 2S25.
So southwestern, here, we do have the cache in the building. It's a little well lit, so it kind of highlights where it's going to be for the attacking faction. You got to remember, BLUFOR will not know specifically where in the gray circle the cache is, but if anyone is kind of looking around, that lighting in that room is going to pull their attention away. What we do have is we got a nice freaking the weather machine thing on the ladder next to the garage in the main courtyard. I find that kind of funny that it's up there. I was thinking maybe they could put someone up there to look around, but honestly, like 360 wise, that's a bit of a death trap up there. What we do have going for this AO is there is a bit of an outside perimeter with the earth ramparts, which are what these patches of dirt tied to this wood is here. You can use them to make trenches and little fortification. We got some snowmen along the MSR. We got a bunker watching the area. Bunker has a big ass tree in it. And the entryway is also a bit hidden. We got another tree on the left side. But in terms of the AO itself, if I were to look from the sky, it looks like the biggest weakness of the AO is to the southeast directly and to the northwest. There are some holes in the earth that BLUFOR could get in here. Though we also do have a small building which looks to be an abandoned cabin of sorts also on the southeastern side, but with any AO in the middle of a forest, it's really hard to put a good set of 360 on it because there's so many different ways that the opposing team could come in. But Boston has tried to reinforce the defensive positions with these rampants, and I'll see where... Actually, we will see where OPFOR decides to situationally or tactically place themselves. Got anything for that AO, or should we move to the other one?
Actually, yeah, I do. Southwest, I think, is going to be a possible vector of approach, because you have that those markers 6-2 through 6-4 over there, that general hill. Coming up that hill towards that bunker, that actually puts it very, very close and puts would put the attackers, I believe, in a advantageous position, being able
True.
to just poke their heads over, shoot at the bunker, suppress them, possibly kill them, and then move around to that northwest, like you were talking about, using that low ground and obviously the tree concealment to push up into the compound itself. So I think that's what I would do personally. Just looking at the map and trying to plan stuff out. But we'll see what BLUFOR actually decides to do. But that's all I got.
What I don't like about that strategy though is just how close OPFOR gets to BLUFOR. It puts BLUFOR in grenade range, but BLUFOR rarely does any. Not BLUFOR. Grenades rarely kill players in FNF. Just that close with that much of a terrain differentiation, I could still see OPFOR getting prone and avoiding BLUFOR, and then they could radio to another asset to then pick them off from a longer range, because some of these buildings are fully garrisonable. If you look at the the southeastern building, the 2-story, all of that is fully enterable, whatnot. It has a lot of windows facing the northwest. But let's start talking about the other AO. I'm going to tab out and add one stream to the multi, and I'll link it to you in a second.
Sure thing. Yeah, I one last thing about Rata Corpi. The actual cache building, the room with the cache in it, nice little detail. You have a nice computer area, display monitor, books, servers, nice, yeah, just details.
But again, it kind of serves to betray where the cache specifically is because of the lighting. But again, nice little attention to detail.
We'll see if BLUFOR can actually identify that and work towards that. If they just clear them all, then that doesn't really matter. But if they, for some reason, decide to search that one specifically, that'd be very interesting to see.
So, other AO, which I kind of find interesting, is we have 2 Overwatch towers on the southern and the eastern side. The eastern one's on its own little compound, but it looks like there were some added little wooden walls. Not really good for cover, but a little good for concealment, just to kind of make a perimeter out of that area. I could very much see that as like a command area between the 2 AOs. But the AO with the giant artillery tank in it, honestly, it looks cool, but what's really worrisome is... looks like the ZU gun models have been damaged and the vehicles are damaged. So all of these vehicles are damaged. So if someone is smart and they see the tank right there, they could just hit one of these vehicles. It would cook off and cause a massive daisy chain. Which, looking at these angles... you could see a BLUFOR guy run up an AT into that building from here and make the entire thing go off. Furthermore, that tank, the top of it is exposed to the outside. So I could also see an AT guy climbing on this big green construction crate, or what would it be? A container. What would you call that thing, actually?
Shipping container.
Shipping container, that's a good term for it. And then just 18 it in the back, hitting the engine and causing it to go catastrophic. So this AO, I will say, it's the better one to defend because you have this nice brick perimeter wall, but it's also one that has a lot of holes in it where BLUFOR gets their foot in the door and finds that vehicle and then finds a shot on it. There's not really much OPFOR can do at that point. So overall, I'd say the southwestern AO is the better one to defend because it can be a lot more discreet, and BLUFOR is going to take more time to find it, even though it's well lit. BLUFOR is going to have to physically get in that building and take it out because there's no angle that someone could climb on to get a direct rocket on that cache, but they could damage it with grenades and rockets fired into the building. The other one, which it looks like OPFOR is heavily fortifying here, it's going to be the tougher one to defend, but with OPFOR's unit placement here, I could see them getting away with it. But it's also going to depend on BLUFOR's plan.
Now, real quick, before the mission starts, I would like to bring actually, before I even do that, are you getting rubber banding as well?
There is a little bit of rubber banding going on, yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought. But down on the southeast corner of the Red Force Safe Start area, we have the TSB crew, Moxie Bren, Ursus, Adriano, and crew. as well as Severe from AFI, looking like they're ready to push out from the their start area and get a forward position ready to either intercept or do recon against BLUFOR. So this is something you see kind of often, especially from
Scandi, especially.
Recon. Yes, absolutely from Scandi. They love to do this. So we shall see what exactly they do, what position they go for, and how they direct themselves. But here we go with the mission starting.
So it looks like that crew is going to go on foot. I think they're going to stay on foot in an attempt to try to intercept any BLUFOR that go along the MSRs here. The rubber banding is being a little bit painful here. I hope the server's able to ease it out, but it's definitely just back and forth rubber banding here, so we'll have to see how that goes.
Dingo and Koak both getting kicked off. Seems like it might be... No, I thought it was, but no. It's still... Oof. Baby steps. Baby steps. Breaking in the new server. But
new server, new problems.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of people actually push out southeast. 5 cars, and I think 2 of those were the M2 Humvees. So they're really going for some kind of proactive flank, and this is the right route to do it because we're seeing a number of BLUFOR Humvees come the same way.
Yeah, they're basically just following up the MSRs that BLUFOR would obviously take to get into the AO. BLUFOR, I guess, is trying to be more direct about the issue with this route is if they go into where OPFOR is, which I would guess they are because of where their lead Humvees are going, there's a lot of open area for them to cross through to get into the first AO, unless they're trying to comb along the northern side following that MSR up there. So we'll have to see how this goes. OPFOR, it looks like, is stopping a little bit short here, which it doesn't want to do. It wants to get in closer positions to defend that MSR itself. I can see why they're fortifying that tree line, but BLUFOR probably wouldn't want to have an engagement right there because there's no reason to push in that territory, because once they take it, they still have a lot of open ground to get to the next AO itself.
Yeah, now they're coming around on this side road. Might be dismounting here, but they're gonna... Red Fort is gonna just be completely behind them. BLUFOR is kind of... you could say they're encircling them, but it's really just like they're getting overextended here, in my opinion. But now they're waiting, probably waiting for the rest of the forces to catch up. And we have that MD500 flying overhead, supplying more recon, especially towards the TSP group.
I just realized the map is not really being accurate here. It's showing only patches of forest, but in reality, this entire AO is forest.
Yeah, I think it might be doing more like the concentrated stuff.
Oh dear.
And then it's... yeah, I'm with you. It doesn't seem to be entirely accurate.
Server is chugging down now.
Yeah.
I mean, EU was fine last week on the old server. I know why they wanted to change, but something's got to give.
Something's got to give. I was hoping with the first few disconnects that things would.
Well, Tarn, it's desync and
smooth out.
To say the least.
Seems to be the case, but maybe not so. We are having FI. Spudro, Apuva, DeBrit, bunch of boys coming out just west, 100 meters west of TSB's position, and I don't think they heard it because of either the snow or what. They're not even turning their heads that way, and BLUFOR's coming right for them. They're gonna walk right up on them, and this will be the first firefight. So we'll see how bad the rubber banding is with the gunplay.
I'm already taking a drink.
Yep, same here. The Brit opens fire, takes out the Vincer.
Audrey Hotto turns his 249, mows down the 2 guys that got the Vincer. Yeah, Reaper goes down to Bay Potato. Linhart going down to Audrey Hotto.
Come on, Audrey. Oh, he's charging. He's going back on the offensive. 3-man team pushing up on the western side.
I guess the desync isn't that bad on the players if they were able to have that smooth of a firefight right there. That or Adriano just has his lag switch on today.
It's just a nice little DDoS attack. Oh, it should also be said that they're experimenting with running BattlEye, So that could also be a problem as we're seeing people run in place a little bit.
Yeah.
Moxie is staring at Asphagitical in the tree.
Link has gone down.
Okay, yeah, now...
Yeah, you want to be mobile in this fight. Mox gets disconnected, executed by the server. So does Adriano.
I'm not even there yet. There we go. There goes TSB.
The server decides it's not time for a firefight and gets rid of everybody involved.
There was a firefight. Seems like things are actually smoothing out now. I'm seeing Sam A. Ray moving around a lot more.
Yeah.
Maybe a rubber banding, so...
I don't really trust Battle Eye with this stuff, you know, because...
Yeah, but now we're having people trying to join back in, and that's gonna cause more...
Yeah, it's causing the server to, desync again to try to sync them together. I do like how Bay Potato here, I'm butchering his name. No, it is Bay Potato. He just tried to hit Hadav here, but Hadav using his lag switch to his advantage. We're having another group of BLUFOR fighting with an OPFOR group that's come around. It's an M2 Humvee trying to chase down Mountain's full Hemet here. But the M2 Humvee is unfortunately getting shot up by a BLUFOR M2 Humvee.
Yeah, that M2 Humvee did have some good effect. I'm seeing a few bloody bodies in the back of Mountain's Hemet, but that Humvee is toast. Everyone in it is either down or
good
dead.
Old Battle Eye.
Yeah, that's gonna be that. There's a flipped over Humvee in the woods with 1, 2, 3, 4.
We just
5,
saw
6.
Severe Potato and Murr get on a static 50 and strike down some gunners on some of these BLUFOR Humvees.
But yeah, south of everything, Ari's Humvee is flipped over in the woods, smoking with 6 dead Americans in it. The power of desync is one many would call unnatural.
Trying to find this on the map.
Devs. It is. No, it's gone now.
Cack.
It's by the, look for a smokestack to the south, by TSB's position.
By TSB's old position.
See a smokestack to the south?
I honestly do not.
Huh, weird. Maybe it's, I don't know.
Server desync, hooray!
Yay. Yeah, it definitely needs to be said that if a round starts and you get disconnected, do not reconnect.
Yeah, they gotta lock the server after that.
Yeah,
BLUFOR, though, we have a large amount of dudes that have deployed on the northeastern side of the northeastern AO. They're gonna try to do an attack there, but a lot of BLUFOR is getting caught out of position by OPFOR aggressors trying to counterattack.
Something else blew up over by... What?
Yeah, Battle Eye's doing a bad.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even gonna try to explain that. Yeah.
So Mox came onto my my stream and said it was Battle Eye yeeting people off, which would make sense. I mean, Battle Eye can be a bit of a pain in the ass with you know, triple digits on a server.
Would make sense for every, like, think about how much it has to calculate, how much an Arma server calculates, then realize it has to go through the Battle Eye,
the anti-cheat software. Yeah.
Then multiply that, all that effort times 120, 130. Oof. I'm sure the server provider hooked this up and is looking at the statistics and was like, what the fuck is going on? That's always fun.
I will say, for OPFOR committing this small force to harass BLUFOR in the beginning, it's really paid off for them, in my opinion. You have
BLUFOR down. Charlie and Charlie 1 completely dead, and Charlie 2 still alive. Few deaths here and there spread out.
OPFOR's kind of paid for it too. Actually, I mean, BLUFOR has a few more skulls, I'd say, but BLUFOR also had the numbers advantage in the beginning at about 15%. That netted them an extra 6 or 7 dudes, so it's still anyone's game, in my opinion. It's going to really come down to that northern AO, though, because OPFOR has put all their eggs in one basket.
Yeah, what's going to be interesting to see is some kind of fight between the MD500 and the Huey.
Well, the MD500 doesn't have any guns though. How would it fight back?
With passengers shooting out the side. I don't know if it can
Carefully.
do that. It's something is better than nothing in the case of the MD500, but
Well, they only have a solo pilot in there though.
yes. So that's what I was just checking. So it's not going to be able to fight back, but that's how.
I mean, unless it goes for the Ram
Which
or the Mario Stomp. I've Mario stomped an MI8 and a little bird before. You just damage the you trade hull damage for their main rotor damage.
Oh yeah.
And it actually works, which is funny as fuck.
We have Galil dropped off way northwest on his own. I'm assuming he's going to be a marksman. Yes, and does appear to be with that SR-25.
Yeah, he's going to be scouting out that other AO, and he's going to be pleasantly surprised to find it empty. Hold up, we got Spudro coming up to Salty and Hadav and 2 M2 Humvees. They don't know he's there. Spudro trying to look around to see if there's any more here. He could get 2 free kills on these gunners.
And he has.
He gets his AT out.
And Salty's about to live up to his name right here, as Spudro takes aim. And
That's a hit.
In the back. Salty
Takes out Spud. Hadav drives around. Grenade getting thrown. OPFOR shooting at the other Humvee, thinking it was what got him. Spudro coming down. Unfortunately, not realizing that the other Humvee had dismounts, and now he's pinned in a pretty nasty position.
Ooh,
Manages to take Mir and Salty, the other guy out too. Holy crap!
Wow. So that's
Beautiful play.
casualties so far for Spudro. Not bad at all.
And that is the exact type of action you need to make in FNF. Spudro trying to get some headshots on Hadav, but that Humvee pushes back even more. Another grenade going over to make sure those guys are down, because Spudro doesn't know if they pulled back or not. That was a great ambush. Now you got some of the OPFOR guys turning around to try to see what Spudro did, but now Spudro is getting out of there. That was great.
Absolutely, he took out a Humvee, so that even if they get more guys over there, they can't really reclaim it. It looks like it's going to be down completely. And yeah, killed 3 for the price of none. He got away with that scot-free.
3 free kills. Yeah, no, that's exactly what you want to be doing in FNF. Meanwhile, the main attack has started. The cache is already destroyed.
Oh.
I'd be willing to bet long-range AT from the hills on that angle.
I mean, Iander is up there. I don't know if... there's so many trees. Iander has a decent angle for it, but I'm trying to find, laws or something on the ground that they might have dropped.
Iander is not on any vehicle kills, and the desyncs happening again. We're going to see another wave of kickoffs as the server decides to eat people. Though it's also possibly desyncing because the smoke billows from that many vehicles coming out.
Oh, yeah. Thank goodness that there's no ace cook-off.
Boston made this mission.
Yeah, the server would be...
Oh, server would be dying at this point, yeah.
I mean, dying more than it already is.
That had to have been an AT shot because all the fuel was taken out. I see a dead guy in here, so... I don't know.
I couldn't tell you either, which is a shame because I was very much looking forward to that. But now Red 4 is very much out of position. We see a lot of people now, Same Ray and Hadav now going.
Yeah, they're charging to the other cache site at this point, realizing that's mute. BLUFOR was going to now be able to pull through and easily take that area and hit the other one. I have no idea what happened to that cache.
Hey, you know what it would be funny if because stationary vehicles are subject to desync as well. So I wonder if the desync might have forced them to morph into each other for a split second and then cause it.
I doubt it. I think something happened where it blew up. I just watched Finn throw a grenade. Okay, now it's a smoke grenade. I was about to laugh at him. But we got some OPFOR guys counterattacking BLUFOR's position. But yeah, I don't know what happened there, but they got blown up pretty hard.
Mm-hmm. So BLUFOR now, Arcor and Scandi Recon, they're one of the lead elements, but we have T5 Bay, Sergeant Robinson, Sergeant Cal, and T5 Rod over here on the eastern side, making another kind of two-pronged attack, about to cross this MSR and into this area. What they need to do is they need to check their map and pull back, head over to the other cache, because they should realize by now that this is, like you said, a moot point. There's no reason to attack here. There's no reason to defend here.
I mean, so I could see BLUFOR still pushing this attack to try to keep a lot of OPFOR's units entrenched there. If BLUFOR were to reposition, for example, their guys out of position, fighting a few guys in the forest, if the helicopter were to land, pick those dudes up and have them start attacking the other cache site to put pressure on it, I think that would work quite well. Otherwise, we're still going to have this main force attacking here. But it's moot at this point.
Unfortunately, yeah. This was poised to be a nice, hard, close quarters battle. But for whatever reason, that's not what we're going to get, at least in this AO, in this battle. More GLs coming out from those 203s on BLUFOR. And yeah, I don't know if these guys are just trying to buy time for the other teams to set up defenses, or if they're trying to hold out and take as many down with them. We see Wreck trying to finagle a fuel truck out.
So actually, BLUFOR has mounted up in its Humvees. They are pushing around on the northern side of the other cache. So exactly what I said. They're going to go attack that other position, but they're going to leave forces here to at least force OPFOR to stay fortified in that one position.
Wreck is really having some trouble. He needs to get his CDL revoked. This is a shame.
What do you mean by that?
Do you see how he's pinned up against the door? Now he's broken his way out.
Oh, at the entrance with that vehicle? Yeah, I gotcha. Why are they bringing a fuel truck? There's two what? Interesting choice. Okay, I'm not gonna question it.
Just keep what sanity you have left. Don't question it.
Got the Humvee firing at Mike in the open here.
And we have Huey suppressing the southwestern cache area with those.
Yep. So BLUFOR has repositioned those vehicles. They're now firing at OPFOR units crossing over from the other AO.
The Wreck is just getting lit up in his fucking walking bomb. Oh lord. If this is COD rules, that thing would have blown up by now. That's hilarious.
Meanwhile, BLUFOR, it looks like they've primarily won the forest fight, as to be expected, since it was a lighter OPFOR force fighting BLUFOR there. But BLUFOR could mount up in those vehicles and make a pincer maneuver on the other AO, and really stretch OPFOR's defenders thin.
A lot of those guys, the northwest,
Server's caught up now,
and they're moving up on foot. I feel like they need to get back in those Humvees and move up closer, use what ability they can, but they also don't entirely know what's there. So
we'll also say it looks like the server's caught up.
For now, at least.
Well, with, you know, a third of the player base dead, we're down to, like, you know, 80 or so alive players. It would make sense, right?
Very true.
I do like how we have a few OPFOR guys in the crash trail of this TU-95 here, using that as a little trench line. They were using that to engage some of the repositioned BLUFOR forces. And we got Galil still scouting out this AO. Now he's got potential guys to shoot at. Maybe he could see Steven's head out in the open. It's out looking around. That would be an easy free kill. And he is lining up his rifle.
I mean, the first person, he's looking down his scope, looking around. I don't think you can actually see him. That green Russian EMR camo works pretty well with these dark green pines. Yeah, he's looking, but I don't think he's really... He's seeing him, but he's not seeing him, you know? Lots of fire coming from that trench up at the Huey. Trying to get it to wave off, but... Yeah, these guys up here still at the first cache, we have like a good dozen or so Red 4 here. They're still trying to.
So I'm going to be 100% honest with you. BLUFOR is losing their advantage right now. Look at the amount of people now attacking that previous objective compared to how many OPFOR guys they have pinned here. BLUFOR really needs to push on that other cache right now before OPFOR regroups from this other cache site and moves in to defend this other AO. Because BLUFOR is only sending a team in at a time here, and they're getting slaughtered. I just saw one of them go down. But OPFOR has the defensive advantage here. As I say that, I see T5 Bay. No, he gets caught out of position, but he wins the fight! Oh! But then he goes down to Skip! Rod! New T5, get him! Rod, what are you doing?
Ooh. I don't think he saw where those shots came from. He's crippled, but he's still alive.
He's the T5 in training.
Machine gun. We have a 249 versus a 249, so no need to reload.
Bay is not waking up without a medic. That many shots.
No way. And to kind of counter your point, what they could do here is because Red 4 is now effectively split and Blue 4 has the man advantage over here, if Blue 4 is able to effectively envelop and pick apart the Red 4 garrison here, they should be able to eliminate all these guys from the equation entirely, giving themselves a significant man advantage to attack.
Yeah, but why risk it? You know what I mean? Like, if you have the manpower to just target the other cache, you know that OPFOR, based off of Galil's recon report, he said he didn't see that much activity in there, which means they don't have that much manpower in there, because if OPFOR had the manpower, they'd put people on the perimeter defenses. That would mean at best they only have a team. Speaking of which, we got multiple down in the...
Oh, that was absolutely a bad nade then. That had to have been.
Yeah, no, I don't know why they got 2 down up there. Maybe it's some sort of mass-cas area, but...
They are shooting out of the northern windows, but I'm not seeing too many angles.
CCP, that would be the term.
Yeah. I don't know. You also have to remember that some of these guys just, they're not really entirely thinking too deep. They're just kind of wanting to shoot people, so I'm sure that's part of it. Skip now taking down Saint Deep, trying to climb over the wall or peek over the truck or something like that. Dudley comes to try and save him.
At this point, numbers are looking a little even here now. Blue 4 has the advantage on the objective already completed. OPFOR has the advantage on the north. Blue 4, they moved over to this area, but then they just hunkered down instead, and now OPFOR is in an extended firefight with that force. I don't think this is going to go to time because we still have another like 27 minutes before we run to time. We have Rod coming around, just fired a machine gun down. Got a kill on somebody. That was beautiful.
Holding down the trigger and just unleashing that 2.9. Oh,
but Berna manages to take him out. So, I mean, if OPFOR and Blue 4 keep one-on-one-ing trading, that's going to leave a lot of room for someone on either side to sneak up behind whatever force survives and get 2 or 3 more free kills, similar to what we saw Spudro do, and that's going to make or break it at this point. I'll be watching GR in the back. He has AT. He's the RPG-32 gunner, so if he can get an opportunity to, he can easily blow up one of these vehicles and easily get a mass-cas situation on Blue 4.
Potentially. I'm so curious as to what happened in the southwestern cache room to have that many down Red 4.
Yeah.
We have Tom now getting suppressed and getting an unlucky bullet to the face, looks like. He goes down, but is still alive.
They have a lot of wounds up there. That couldn't have just been one grenade.
Maybe. I don't know. They could have suppressed through the windows and the trees and I guess gotten a number of lucky hits, but who knows.
Guy Ferrari. Fury.
More casualties for Red 4, and yeah, this is what I was talking about. And I was hoping they would do this a lot more cohesively, more coordinated. But we are seeing them pick apart with that 1 dozen or so players for Red 4 is now down to 8. as BLUFOR is pushing in from the north, the east, and the south. Ooh, good GLs take out both Charl and Shima.
Yep.
Great
OPFOR is
GLs.
starting to lose that number advantage.
I saw one of them try and wake back up, but the ace calculation failed, as the rest of them are just kind of hiding in corners trying to take out one more before they go. Good grenade onto Robinson, as Robinson throws a bad frag and might hit Bedekovic. Now, but Robinson does go down.
I do love how Skip is holding that corner with the 249, but no one is pushing around to that angle. BLUFOR is committing to this section.
His job is to hold the flank. That's all. That's all he needs to do.
We do have an OPFOR 3-man counterattack on the far. Yep. They're gonna try to get up behind BLUFOR and potentially shoot him in the back. Not a bad play to make at this point. But we also have BLUFOR getting that 4-man team from that Humvee we saw dismount out the construction building coming in. And they're getting close. They're starting to clear buildings, and OPFOR does not have the numbers to hold that section. That was one of the 2 angles I said that BLUFOR could come into this cache site unmolested by defenses. Now there's some fire starting to go back and forth, but BLUFOR is right on top of them, which is going to cause OPFOR to have to split their eyes between the northern aggressors and these new southern aggressors. I don't think it's looking good for OPFOR at this point. They lost that numbers advantage. A lot more people died in that northeastern cache than needed. And now you got that machine gun coming up and wrecking that southern garrison.
Yeah, just going right through that bunker. Dad's trying to get some return fire with that GL, but he's not going to have any luck.
Yeah, but doing that against a 50 cal is very risky.
Paz and Patriot, nice 2-man team trying to push in and get in there. If they could somehow buddy it up and like lift one of them up onto these rafters, I think that would be might be able to do something with getting into that target building. But
so BLUFOR is trying to advance, but it's Scandia Recon trying to push a machine gun right now in the open. Quite a few of them got hit there. Eander's trying to return fire. And now OPFOR is getting their head down from that one position. But there are way too many guys in this one building. And now we're seeing some shots go through the walls. I just watched 2 guys get hit by the same bullet. Meanwhile, Clown and Patriot duking it out. This wooden farm building has another building inside of it. Have you noticed that?
I just did, yeah. This is a Tanoan house, but it's inside of a barn.
Yeah, it's a cup barn, but it has a Tanoan building inside, and Clown wasn't able to find Patriot. Patriot janked him right there. Meanwhile, Hadav is down pads, aka Gaming with Pickles, gets the double tap on him. And BLUFOR is now within striking range of this cache, but this building that OPFOR set up in, it's gonna be a Clown house, because there is at least 7 or 8 dudes in here.
Yeah, Twig is making
Desync's also come back. Oh, did you see that? Twig got the headshot on the dude, but then Styx came down and shot him. Oh my god.
Impressive. An incredible reaction from Twig to get that shot up before. We've gotten away with that, I think.
Yep, Twig is now dead. I'd imagine OPFOR is going to shut that door and just rinse and repeat. Steven trying to push out to get a few shots out.
Hey, the Paladin starts mowing down that building. Steven,
but his gunner goes down.
Yeah,
also, the other 50 cal building is firing at him, but that 50 cal building that was firing at the other friendly 50 cal just got mowed down by an OPFOR stolen 50 cal from that 3-man team coming around. And then we just heard AT come into that house from the Carl Gustav gunner. And that building is damaged. Another few AT shots and that building could go down.
We're having GLs being popped in there now, getting through the windows.
Dude, the entire northern flank for BLUFOR is down, except for Falcon.
Amazing. Well, it's because Mike is head bugs. At least for me. For me, he's leaning up against a wall.
Yeah, he's not headbug for me, so yeah, for some people he's invisible, but it also can be contributed to the fact that OPFOR, they even took Galil out. They stole a 50 cal and they just started mowing down in the back of BLUFOR and completely annihilated that line. Now it's just a matter of can OPFOR survive all of these grenades being thrown into their building. And it is a bloodbath in there.
Yeah, and we're, let's see, we have 4 people still up in there. Legia, Morg, Dream, and Harry. As I say that Dream goes down, I think by Potato. And I'm hearing more rockets coming in.
Yep, that's attacking the OPFOR truck that just dismounted. They're gonna run right into Falcon. Falcon turns around at the split second, then notices Vonk, gets a headshot on him, and that is OPFOR's 3-man group down. We got Flux, Mike, and Tom on the northern side, but now they need to reposition. The building's destroyed. The building is fucking destroyed. The cache is exposed. All of the OPFOR guys are dead. Except Legia, who's trying to play dead.
No, the building is very much alive on my end.
Are you sure about that?
Yes. 100%.
Okay. Well, I assure you.
There's some fuck shit going on, I can assure you.
Yeah, they're firing at the cache through the building now. They're just mag dumping it. Legia's woken back up, gets shot by Bay Potato. You got Patriot running up to the cache and just shooting at it.
Yeah, they're shooting at it through the walls for me, but they obviously see it, so...
And Rek is glitching out as well. Oh my gosh.
I don't know what's going on anymore, dude.
This is why you don't turn Battle Eye on in PvP situations. Spudro, I guess he's trying to drive the car under the building. So he can get on top of it and potentially put a charge on it. We have all of OPFOR down, by the way. Tom, Flux, Max. Actually, Max might be in this 50 cal car driving up. No, it's Patriot. And there's the cache cooked off. All right, well.
Just to again,
make sure it was BLUFOR.
Bay Potato and Spudro on the first floor, and Spudro just he's throwing grenades through the walls.
Spudro's on a vehicle.
Yes, and he's throwing grenades through the building for me.
I'll have to see it on your stream then, man. All right, so there's round one, a desyncy finish from start on, but Jesus, what was that? Let's go back down.
I feel bad for the guy.
Hello everyone else.